Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Aya Jabir, and today I'll be introducing one of Sila's products, which is the Influencers Hub. So what is Sila's Influencer Hub? It's basically a comprehensive tool that boosts your influencer marketing strategy from the start to the end. So first of all, it helps you choose the influencers. It provides an in-depth analysis about them, but it doesn't just stop there. It allows you to track and monitor your ongoing campaigns. And as you might know in this influencer word, authenticity is currency. And Sila understands that. So we don't just connect you with any random influencer. We make sure that those connections are real, they're genuine, your content is actually reaching to people, and it aligns with your brand's vision and strategy. So what is the conclusion of all this, or what's the result of all this? It's a campaign that actually reaches out to people. It's a campaign that actually reaches out to people and resonates with people. Now I'm going to be sharing my screen to go through the dashboard and a demo of the Sila's Influencer Hub. Please, whenever you have a question, just feel free to drop it down in the chat bot and I'll make sure to answer it at the end. So what is the creator profiles and how it can help you? You can either choose from our huge database of influencers that are being updated on a regular basis, or you get to filter by their brand, their location, who they're working with, or you get to just provide an in-depth analysis about their profiles. So first of all, I'm just going to choose Mishari Cook just for demo purposes. Okay, so here you get to see the trust score of the influencers. It tells you if the influencers has real followers and reach. Do the posts that they're posting, are they real? Are they reaching to the right people, or they're just reaching to fake followers and no one's going to actually engage with the content? You have the name of the influencers versus the handle name. Of course, they might be different, the number of followers he has, and the country and location that he is located in. So where he's based in. This has a twist, which I'll go through it later on. The profile category that this influencer fall under. Is it food? Is it lifestyle? Is it finance? So basically what his content is about and what does he posts. The average engagements that he gets on his profile and the stories impression and the active reach. So what is the active reach? Are the people who's actually engaging with this influencer, the active people on his followers. I might have 10K followers, but only have 1K reach. So you need to take that into consideration. Moving on to the views over time. So the views over time is actually what people are watching their views over time, the frequency of people watching their views over time. This shows how well do their videos get views. But the post over time is the quality of the content and how it relates to the audience. Moving on to the age and gender of audience, this is purely for targeting. If your brand wants to target age group 21 to 30 female, then Mishari Cooks is great for you. But if they want to target another age and gender group, then you need to take that into consideration. The country of audience. So as I mentioned before, the influencer is located in Saudi Arabia and has an influence on Saudi Arabia. But other influencers, they might be located in the UAE, but they don't have an influence on UAE. They have an influence, for example, on KSA or Egypt or Kuwait or Qatar. So you need to see where he actually has influence on. Is not just about where he is based in. The top creator affinities are the brands that are interacting with the influencer. So Mishari Cooks interacts with Pook Arabia, with Jarrah, with Pook. It means that he likes, he posts, he reposts. But the top brands and creator mentions it, the brands that are mentioning the creator. So also here, Pook Arabia, Pook Jarrah, they are mentioning the creator a lot. Here you can find similarities in both because obviously they are Mishari Cooks is mentioning them and they are mentioning Mishari Cooks. So the data table is just a summary of everything I mentioned before. You can download this data table. It provides you the URL, the username, the full name, the country that the influencer is based in, or for example, the comment is based in if someone's commenting, the channel and the content type. Is it paid or organic? So this is basically it for the creator's profile. Moving on to the campaigns. So for the campaigns, it provides a real-time monitoring tool. It tracks ongoing campaign progress. It uses filters, for example, like campaign names and influencers, and it differentiates between branded content, the content that the brand is posting about herself, or the community-generated content. So what's the community saying? What's the influencers? What are they posting? Also, it offers insights into the post analysis, stories, and sentiment. So here you have the key metrics, which are an overview of the campaign performance, the saves, the shares, the comments that this campaign collected or received. The post performance over time versus frequency, it provides insights into how effectively the content engages the audience. It offers a direct measure of content relevance and appeal. So here you get to see a peak in the posts and the engagements and the interactions. Just to remind you, this is all for the post analysis. So we're analyzing the posts. Moving on to the total posts by the account. So here you can track the peaks of when do they post and when do people engage the most. And the top 10 hashtags, it's good to see the top hashtags being used in this campaign. The post-performance interactions and engagements, here you get to see the creators who had the highest engagement rates. But this doesn't say that Afnan Recipes, for example, is succeeded in this campaign or is doing amazing in this campaign. This only shows the engagements that she got. So Afnan Recipes might have 10 million followers, but only got a 23.6 million engagement on her profile. Other creators might have 10K, for example, followers, but had 10K engagements. So you need to take this metric into consideration. The top brands and creator mentions is just an overview of the saves, likes, shares, comments that this creator got on this campaign. So this is it for the post analysis. Moving on to the stories analysis, we analyze the total stories being posted by those creators. So here we have, for example, 15-second meals posted a total of 23 stories. That is great versus Tali Muhammad, who posted just 5 stories. But we just don't provide you with the number of stories that they posted. We provide you with the performance, the reach that the story got, and the impressions that the story got. And you get to see all these metrics in those data table. Moving on to the sentiment analysis. As you might know, Sila captures 21 plus dialects, and the sentiment accuracy is quite high because we filter out those neutral comments, there's negative comments, and the positive comments. For example, if I write something in a certain dialect, other platforms or any person can read it as a positive. While in fact, because I'm Lebanese, it states that is a negative comment because this is what it means, for example, in a Lebanese dialect. So Sila takes that into consideration and it filters out the irrelevant and neutral comments. So what are the irrelevant and neutral comments? If I just tag myself and I don't say anything, this is a neutral comment. If I place an ad and the ad is irrelevant to the brand, it's irrelevant to the campaign, this is also a neutral comment. So we get to filter out all of these to track the actual sentiment of the campaign. And here you get to see the sentiment distribution by the creator. So for example, 15-second meals got a lot of negative comments. So what is the reason behind that? Is it a creator problem? Is it a brand problem or is it a campaign problem? And if it's a campaign problem, means that you need to change the strategy of the campaign. You need to pause the campaign and see what went wrong in order to change it to have an overall positive campaign success. And here you get to see the data table of everything that I mentioned before. And here also an overview of the post, stories, and sentiment analysis table. So this is basically it for the creators and campaigns. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and answer the questions. Okay, so the questions that we got are from, so Muhammad asked, what's the time range of those key metrics? So basically, Muhammad, they're around 3 months because these metrics changes over a period of time. So this is the average of the last 3 months of those creators. Another question was from Lean, who asked if a creator video went viral, does this affect the averages? So no, it doesn't, because we pick up this virality video and we differentiate between the organic and the paid results. Let's see. So yeah, I hope I answered all of your questions. Thank you so much for joining us today, and stay tuned for other webinars. Thank you.